They have finally arrived. Evil, spooky aliens have landed on Earth and are ransacking our precious resources to make more of themselves to keep on robbing inhabited worlds. You've seen it 100 times in movies and media. A scary-looking race of highly intelligent aliens attack Earth with their vastly superior weaponry to take something or other from our world, whether it be our oceans and their water to even ourselves, as we apparently taste quite good to them. How likely is such a scenario? What do we have that aliens would truly want to invade us over? How accurate are some examples from science fiction, and how soon could we expect an attack? And if aliens really did invade us, how would they go about the task of our utter destruction? Welcome back to a slightly less serious episode of Serious Science, and thank you all so much for watching. Before we begin, I would like to let you know that I am still learning quite a bit about this YouTube thing, and apparently asking all of you to like and subscribe at some point during these videos does make a tangible difference. So please, if you find my content interesting and would like to stay up to date with when I release my next videos, go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate it more than words can say. Now, let's go back to the video. Humans have feared an alien invasion ever since we thought that we may not be the only ones to inhabit this mind-shatteringly vast expanse of free real estate known as the universe. We've only been searching the skies for signs of intelligent life for about the last 60 years. Absolutely nothing compared to the time spans the universe is used to, and far short a time to even await a response. As of now, our signals cannot travel faster than light, and while light travels extremely quickly to us tiny humans, it takes hundreds or even billions of years for those light-bound signals to reach our intended destinations. Any reply those destinations would send would take the exact same amount of time to reach us, ensuring that the senders at both locations will probably be long dead by the time the other party gets the message. Plus, we still haven't discovered any locations that have been confirmed to house alien life, yet we broadcast powerful and sustained radio bursts into the cosmos just in case we missed a location. Many people believe that this is a mistake, one such person being the late Stephen Hawking. When he was asked about our broadcasting to potential alien life, he was quoted as saying that he believed that there was intelligent life like our own somewhere out there, but calling them to us would be catastrophic. Quote, "If aliens visit us, the outcomes would be much as when Columbus landed in America, which didn't turn out well for the Native Americans. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life might develop into something we wouldn't want to meet." And he has a point. If aliens did get our message and were able to reach us, they would have to be far more advanced than us automatically, as we haven't even begun to solve the problems of interstellar travel, let alone discover the hidden challenges in doing so. And it's true that humans do terrible things to one another while still being the creators of incredible art, enlightening literature, and all the technology needed to dominate our homeworld. Our intelligence is still at an incredibly early stage, with the dominant species of Homo sapiens who possess intelligence only emerging about 300,000 years ago. Again, a laughably small amount of time compared to the age and breadth of the universe. We still have a lot of maturing to do with our newfound power of intellect, and are still capable of causing destruction with even the purest of intentions. But just how likely is it that alien intelligence would even slightly resemble our own? Is intelligence a set evolution where it carries and provides the exact same benefits to whatever possesses it, or is intelligence as wild as the life it inhabits, with wildly different characteristics between different species? Well, we can't say much on that topic until we've found something other than a human that has intelligence. But we can always do what scientists and science fiction writers have done when there isn't enough information: speculate. First off, when taking into consideration the absolute vastness of the universe as well as how long it has existed to give life a chance to grow, it is likely that there is intelligent life sharing this universe with us somewhere. After all, life grew and evolved intelligence here. Why would it stop at just one world when there are quintillions of others to inhabit, some of which could even be more conducive to life than our own planet? We have had numerous mass extinction events in our past, with 5 gigantic events standing out against the countless other minor ones. Life has truly struggled against asteroids, supervolcanoes, ice ages, rapid atmospheric changes, and much more. And yet, here we are. free to enjoy not only the planet we find ourselves on, but the knowledge that no matter what else comes our way, we have the smarts to survive it. Life could have found a cushy, warm, and wet planet somewhere on a more peaceful part of the universe to take hold in, and could be host to a truly incredible biosphere of intelligent creatures that may have evolved even sooner than we did, and are therefore millions of years farther ahead in their technology than we are today. It is a distinct possibility that we are not alone, and one day we may prove that to ourselves forever. But what if that day comes in the form of an invasion? What do we have that aliens would want to invade us over? Well, what do we usually invade each other over? Political disputes, money, precious resources not easily found anywhere else, or simply to grow an empire. We have since slowed this distasteful practice to the point where it has become rare as wars shifted entirely within the public eye, as the internet can have incriminating evidence against one side or the other spread across every screen on planet Earth at the speed of light. If everyone is watching, you are less likely to do something heinous, especially when it concerns an entire country of innocent or unwilling citizens. But we still manage to start a war every once in a while, despite how far we have come to better our lives. I'm not going to go too far into political discussions today, as I am purely focusing on the emergence of these wars and not the causes or purchased parties that enact them. Wars are complex, and some have even been fought for good reasons, although the lives they end or destroy would beg to differ. So let's take a look at why an alien race would want to invade current-day Earth with our modern technology. What do we have that they would find precious? Well, here's the part where I tear into Hollywood for a minute. First of all, water is one of the most plentiful molecules in the universe. It's literally everywhere, and even Ganymede, one of the larger moons of Jupiter, contains more water than every bit that Earth has combined. We have a radiation-blasted moon in our own solar system that has more, quote, precious water, unquote, than the planet that has billions of critters that can put up a fight over that water. We are not going to be invaded over a need for water. It is in massive abundance spread across all of the universe, in far easier to harvest chunks than here on Earth. So what else do we have that they could want to take? Well, another reason put forth by media is the terraformation of our planet into something they could live on and expand to. While my channel does like to talk about humanity expanding to every planet it can while terraforming them all, you'll notice I've never done one discussing the problems with exterminating a resident race in the process. I'd like to think that if humanity ever found such a living world, we would not become the aliens our movies warn us about. But this motive of terraformation still has many issues. We haven't detected any alien races within our own galaxy, let alone near enough to consider us as their next homeworld. Why would aliens not terraform a planet closer to their own in order to save on fuel? Plus, terraforming a world that already has an established ecosystem is far harder than terraforming a dead one. Life on our planet has changed this world in millions of ways, from shaping the land masses to aiding in the generation of new land, and even altering the soil with their presence. Our world has also been mined extensively for the easily obtainable resources in our surface crust, meaning that any alien overlords would have to wait billions of years for our crust to regenerate to begin building things from the now abundant metals of Earth. Well, then we have to consider that many of the asteroids that orbit our solar system are packed with millions of tons of precious materials, such as gold, emerald, and ruby. Most of the heavy precious metals that exist on Earth have long since fallen into the core, trapped in a roiling furnace far too deep and hot for us to extract with current technology. It would be far easier to build a robot capable of harvesting these asteroids in a low-gravity environment than invade an already extensively mined world using heavy-duty rocketry and landing forces, where the majority of what you want to extract is buried under millions of tons of hard-to-remove rock and soil. Every non-biological material found here on Earth can be found in far greater abundance nearly anywhere else. Plus, you won't have to fight off an intelligent race like humans for it. So, is this the end for an alien invasion scenario? Certainly not. Of course, in the future, if we have established communication with an alien race, we could always go to war for political reasons, much as we already do here on Earth. Though this is the most boring and predictable reason for an invasion. Well, what about the life that exists here on Earth? If we discovered a planet with life on it, our scientists would be abducting creatures from it like the aliens in our stories. But would a race invade over the acquisition of samples? Likely not, as an ongoing war would decimate the natural habitats of our life, as well as alter their behaviors into something unfit for study. But there is something that life produces that is completely unique to each planet. We create art, movies, and books not found anywhere else, and these logs of information and entertainment could be highly sought after by interested alien parties. But if these aliens ever wanted us to make more of these, they would most likely not want them altered by any changes in management, so to speak. Oppression does still create art, but not very happy or at times enjoyable art. Our stories and movies would change drastically if we were forced by our new overlords to create them. So, the reasons we often come up with for an invasion don't really hold up to scrutiny, but these are given with reference to the only intelligence we have, a human one. The minds of extraterrestrials may function differently than our own to the point that their motives seem to us, well, alien. So, if aliens wanted to invade us for a reason they saw as a good enough one to start a war with an entire species, how would they go about creating our destruction? If their goal was to completely destroy all life on Earth for fear of it spreading outwards into the galaxy, they could vaporize us quite easily. There is something in both fiction and real life called a relativistic kill missile. Essentially, it is a long and thin rod of solid metal that is fired at a planet at nearly the speed of light. It carries no explosive payload, but the force of the impact generated from traveling at speeds close to that of light can destroy entire planets. This is because the potential energy held within the rod while traveling at near light speed is released in a fraction of a second upon impact, creating an explosion more potent than even our largest atomic bombs. These rods of destruction are easy to manufacture, though how you would accelerate them to these incredible speeds is where most of the resources and energy would go. These RKMs would be undetectable to us, as they would be tiny targets traveling almost as fast as the light bouncing off of them to alert us to their presence. Swarms of these missiles could be fired at worlds light years away, and could be set up to shower every inch of Earth in concussive fire all at once. The invasion of Earth could begin and end in less than a second. No casualties to the invading party, total annihilation of us. No way for us to know when or where they came from, and no way to stop them, as even if we destroyed one before it reached us, the spray of matter it was made of can cook us just as well by heating our atmosphere, even blasting it off entirely. If aliens wanted us dead, we would already be there. A civilization capable of interstellar travel and warfare could crush us in less time than it takes to blink. But what else could they accomplish if they wanted our world intact? Theories have arisen on methods of displacing or backing up a race of intelligent creatures such as ourselves while leaving the planet they inhabit free for the taking. If aliens wanted to study us, they could do so at a distance and undetectably. But if they wanted to contain us and then study us, they could send down massive swarms of microscopic robots that scan our brains, back up our consciousnesses to a computer, and activated them within a virtual world nearly indistinguishable from our own. These robots could then kill everyone on Earth simultaneously, leaving a free and pre-tamed world for their designs. They would then be free to study us while not allowing for the escape of any other of their subjects, and could ensure that while they remain the dominant intelligent race in control of the galaxy, they can still learn all they need to from us while we live unaware in a virtual universe. These aliens could house massive storage banks full of previously captured races, all living as though no change had occurred, while their respective homeworlds became new homes for the alien empire. So, when will aliens attack us? Where is the most likely place for them to come from? Are we already inside a prison simulation? Well, the answer with anything alien-related is we don't know. Alien life is still a product of our fictions, despite the increasing likeliness that they exist. They may have legitimate reasons to destroy us that are beyond our comprehension, but the most likely scenario is that we will open communication with them in order to learn more from each other, and become stronger and more capable races. It is true that alien visitors with vastly more technological capabilities than we possess visiting us could be incredibly dangerous. But any intelligence will know these dangers, as in order to fly to other stars, you need the capability of thinking about the future and consequences. An alien invasion may not be hurtling towards us as we speak, but the peaceful meeting of our race and an intelligent alien one will be far more interesting for both parties. The discovery of alien life will be a thrilling one, but one we must approach with caution. Not out of fear for what they could do to us, but also out of fear of what we could do to them, both voluntarily and otherwise. Thank you all for watching.